Welcome back to the Broad Street Benchwarmers podcast. My name is Adam Den. Ethan Lividitis and Michael Kormelos are here with me 2 weeks in a row, boys. We are here. You can tell it's playoff time. Everybody is locked in, and we had an incredible wild card weekend, and we're going to follow it up with some more picks for the divisional round. But I'll start just how was everybody's wild card weekend? How did it go? How did we enjoy our Saturday and Sunday football?
It was fine. It was good. All the games were very good, other than the one we lost.
Yeah.
But to be honest, after they drove in the first drive, I'm like, okay, I wasn't like devastated when they threw into triple coverage. I'm like, okay, what's happening?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm definitely excited to see where the season goes now because pretty much every game is gonna be great.
Yeah.
I mean, on paper, but they've delivered so far, so I can't see them changing that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it seems like there was an expectation as of last week, as we discussed mightily, that if the Philadelphia Eagles did not show up, there was going to be a result that was going to happen. That result did happen. I don't think either me or Ethan were incredibly sad or disparaged about it. He's never had to suffer through over the past 17. So, yeah. But instead, now we have the ability to watch all of these games without any kind of rooting interest, which is something we cannot say for our friend Michael Kormelos. And I'm going to throw a monkey's wrench into this. That's where we're going to start. We're going to start with our rooting interest, and we're going to talk about the Houston Texans going on the road to take on the New England Patriots. We're flipping the script here, going to the Sunday games, going wild. Sunday, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Look at him. He's going crazy. What are we thinking in this one?
I mean, I think Mark should go first. It's your team, man. I don't
know. I'm excited. I mean, it's going to be a snow game. I don't know if you guys have seen the forecast, but it's going to snow. Last time C.J. Stroud played in the snow, he won. I'm nervous. I mean, this is going to be another game where it's going to be like they're going to score like 12 points combined. There's two great defenses going at it, and two offenses that exist going at it. I mean, Drake May is great, but Drake May has not faced the Houston Texans defense yet. The Texans offense. I mean, it's very misleading. I mean, you could look at the score on Monday and be like, oh, well, 14 of the 30 points came from defense, but this is probably our best offensive showing of the season. I mean, they played great. I mean, Stroud had 3 or 4 really bad throws. Obviously, fumbling 5 times is really bad, but then he also did the thing where he makes like a couple incredible throws where you're like, wow, this guy's not human. So I really still don't know what to make of him after watching like 50 starts at this point, but whatever. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. I mean, this is the most confident I felt in them to ever win anything major since they were up 24-0 against Kansas City in the first quarter. I think they're going to win, but we can save the predictions for when we all skip the spiel. But you guys can get it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more confident in the Texans just because after the Chargers game, like I don't know how they can really. I mean, it is a JV line with Houston versus like a Pee Wee line with the Chargers. It's like, what do you like? It is bad versus awful, like generationally bad. I think there was something. Was it like 30 pressures?
Yeah.
Like obviously the line did not play great against Pittsburgh and.
Wait, can I time out? Can I time out that real quickly? The line overall did not play great, but MVP of that game is Trent Brown because T.J. Watt was a complete non-factor.
Yeah.
They relied on
and they ran the ball quite well. So
quite well, like one of their highest success rates as a rushing offense.
So actually, no, take it back. Ethan. The line didn't play bad. The line actually had their best game of the season, which is why they ran the ball.
So and I mean, it also just came back to LA, just having like the worst line in football. But I can't really see the Patriots just replicating that. Like they've been good around the season, and I have more faith in. I've never said this since I have more Texans. I have more confidence in the Texans line than anybody. I've never started a sentence by saying that. but
Wow.
but I will say, I mean, Drake May's obviously been incredible all season, but that's a championship. It's a champion of defense he's going up against. I think it'll probably have like the Patriots probably put up a similar amount of points or less. It'll probably be like neither team is going to probably score over 20 points in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that's not really a huge knack on like the Texans. I mean, without Nico Collins, like a top 10 receiver in the sport. They figured out how to work without him last week, and I think they did pretty well, but it's going to be a bit of a dogfight, and I think marginally I'll take the Texans. For that reason.
I mean, to your point, I mean, figuring out how to use the guys without Nico is just figuring out how to scheme offense. You know what I mean? Like, wow, Christian Kirk sucked all season. How can we involve him? Wait, you can line Christian Kirk up in the slot? What have we been doing all year? Why didn't we do that once? We line him up mainly in the slot for the first time all year. He has 144 yards. They're finally giving Higgins, opportunities. At the latter half of the season, I mean, he's been playing damn near every snap, and he's been awesome. He's gonna be an 1,000-yard guy next year if he stays healthy. He's been one of the better receivers in the AFC second half of the season. And then just the other gadget guys. I mean, Troy Aikman said it best. There's Nico Collins, and there's the other guys, and the other guys are still a fun core, and you see it when Nico doesn't play. So I have confidence.
Yeah, I have confidence as well. I believe that this Houston Texans defense is, and we talked about it last week, the unit when we talk about these playoffs. They really are the one unstoppable force across the entirety of the AFC, and I think that could be enough to just carry this to victory. My biggest concern continues to be.
What? Did it happen?
Kyle Tucker to the Dodgers.
Oh my!
Oh
my goodness! Hey, man! You were talking about the division. It's fine.
Oh, we don't have any hitters. We don't have any fucking hitters. We don't need fucking baseball.
I hope you know I'm leaving this in.
We're gonna keep it in.
We're gonna keep this in.
We gotta watch Alec Bohm get
That's like the biggest move of the offseason. So yeah, we'll do it.
Do you want to take a sec to talk about it?
Sure. I mean, yeah, we don't talk baseball enough on here.
Yeah, I have nothing to say, but I mean, I assume you guys have something to say. This is kind of crazy.
Goddamn, perennial 6'4" player, like one of the best, one of the less than 10 outfielders better than him in the sport, and the outfield was the biggest issue for the Dodgers, which I mean they were a wagon anyways, but like they were putting out goddamn, what's his name? He just got, they put, what's his name, Dean, the center fielder. They're putting him out in playoff games. They get Bajas over.
Dude, it's over.
And
they're gonna three-peat.
I mean, we know this, but the main concern was the Mets. Like they're giving him a short term, 50 per.
This is a short term deal. Oh wait, no, never mind. I didn't read it right.
Is it a long term deal?
We don't know.
I can't imagine. Nobody wanted to give him a long term deal.
That's okay. It's the same thing as the Ranger. It's like it's not the Mets. So I'm fine.
It's not the Mets, but like
I know. We're not gonna win a pennant forever again with this core, but
no. The only saving grace was like we would have beat the Dodgers if Harrison Bader stayed healthy, and now it's like okay, well now we have to like replicate Bader's what do you call it? Now and three-way trade, Tampa Bay, Cincinnati, and the Angels have an agreement to send Josh Lowe to the Angels, Gavin Lux to the Rays, and like single A players to the Reds. Okay.
All right, now we're getting off point.
Oh,
Hold up. I get to do the spiel too.
Yeah,
This was like
I was the only person.
amazing because it's not the Mets, but this is almost 100% steals that Bichette's going back to the Blue Jays.
Hmm.
This was the pivot. They were almost certain that they were going to get what's his name,
Well, I mean,
Tucker. They didn't. They haven't even been in contact with Bichette. They're going to throw
Yeah.
everything at him now.
yeah. It's
Jeez.
Mm.
All right. Well, that's.
I hope you guys enjoyed
Uplifting.
baseball this year because they're not good. There's going to be no baseball till like 2030.
Doesn't sound like I'm gonna enjoy baseball very much this year.
No, we're still winner dependent. Don't worry.
And when we're beating up on the Marlins on like a Sunday afternoon, hey, that's all you can ask for.
No, I think my biggest struggle has been this Houston offense against this Patriots pass defense if Christian Gonzalez is going to be healthy, right?
Yeah.
It represents much more of a mismatch than it did prior. They're going to have to be successful at running the football. Now, last week, it is the difference maker in that as well for me, though, because it gave me so much confidence to see the interior offensive line play as well as they did against that Steelers front, and to see them move the football and get into like great late down situations as they were able to in that game. So it really is just everything that they were able to do that, and I think that could be all the difference. I'm really hesitant to make this triple Texans crown because I don't
we
think
did a lot of that last week, and it mixed.
we had the Jaguars graphic where we were all three Jaguars and then ended up.
Amen.
But I can't lie to you and say that I think New England's going to win this game. Houston is going to really just schematically on defense be able to match up well against pretty much every single position.
Yeah.
I mean, even the linebacker core, I think, is going to be able to take advantage of a weaker Patriots tight end group, especially when being dropped into coverage. I think they're going to be just fine there. And yeah, just try to run the football as effectively as they did last week, and that'll be the key. And maybe win this football game. So give me Houston here as well. And we've definitely just jinxed the Texans. You're welcome, Michael.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I know you care.
Yeah, his preferred sport is coach. So
Yep.
Why are the only two sports I like dead?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So we can move on to the other side of the AFC and what Michael pre-depression dubbed as the best game of the weekend, and that is the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos facing off against each other in an exciting rematch of a game that was not very exciting a year ago. But these two teams, I would say, look a little different than they did then. So what are we thinking for this one, boys?
Somebody else go first.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to find contract details.
Okay. Again, that's fine. The Bills definitely exceeded my expectations last week, and I feel like that definitely gives me, it sort of resets my expectations to like the Bills that I'm used to. I mean, I don't think they're going to demolish the Broncos because obviously they have like a top 5 defense in the sport, and two of the Bills receivers got out with ACLs, right? And
yeah,
I mean that's serious. I mean, Gabe Davis and Tyrell Shavers weren't like the main targets, but it's definitely going to be a factor. Yeah, I mean, the more I think about it, the more the more I think about
use your phone.
Yeah, it's another very close game, and yeah, it'll probably come down to less than 10 points. And it is weird that the Broncos are a 1 seed because like they just especially offensively. Like they don't really inspire me a ton, but I was very impressed with the Buffalo defense last week.
Yeah,
They gave up 24 points, but hey, they made great plays, especially on the last. Hey, I mean, yeah, like as they happened,
yeah,
the picks. I'm like, oh my god, this guy is awful. But yeah, the defense played very good, and against an offense that I am like I think the Jags are like tiers above the Broncos offensively,
yeah,
and I hey I I will have to say give me the Bills then, just
yeah,
for that reason. I mean, I guess I talked about home field a lot last time, saying it doesn't matter, even though I pretty much said it mattered every time. Like it's the first playoff home game for the Broncos, and I think since 2015,
yeah,
during Super Bowl, like that Super Bowl 50 run. But
yeah.
I think Josh Allen is like comfortably probably the strongest quarterback left in the fight, especially with how he played last week. And yeah, I think he is one of those game makers that like can carry a team. And I that's yeah. It's like
Yeah.
I'll take Buffalo, and that would be a great AFC championship.
Bills Texans. Oh man. Yeah, I would say I'm in the most part in agreement, and that once again makes it scary for me. But I think the biggest thing I've emphasized for Denver is that, I mean, as a defense, they just haven't looked as sound as they did earlier in the season over the last couple of weeks. And part of that has been Patrick Surtain being out in and out of the lineup. Part of that has been their injuries at the linebacker and safety positions. They are getting Dre Greenlaw back for this one, so whether that makes that much of a difference, we'll find out. You know, what is the health of Zach Allen for this game? He got a little banged up over the course of the regular season. Was the help of Talanoa Hufanga, who's also, you know, in and out of the lineup? These are going to be big questions. But I think the Bills' run game really can be effective in this game if they want to be. Especially when they get to the second level, because the Broncos linebacker core has been their biggest struggle over the course of this season. And you know, we saw teams like the Green Bay Packers have success when, you know, with the ability to run the ball on the outside, and really take advantage there when they're able to flip the script by utilizing a lot of action and kind of opening up that defense. So I expect the Buffalo to try to find a similar format. That's kind of their identity, right? And their identity plays right into the strengths of the weaknesses of this Broncos defense. So I think it is a good matchup for them on offense. Then when you flip the script to the other side of the ball, I mean, yeah, the Buffalo passing defense was really good last week, and their pass rush really showed up. And you know, the secondary that's been much maligned over the last couple of weeks was able to get some stops, especially that safety room really came in the clutch. So I think, you know, I'm not really trusting the Broncos run game in this game to really be able to take advantage of that matchup against Buffalo. RJ Harvey has been bad this season, and yeah, I like the Bills in this game, and that scares the shit out of me. But give me Buffalo here.
What does that scare you for? Your team's out. Your team's in Cancun.
It scares me that I'm gonna be the one posting all these graphics on Saturday.
And they're all going to be the
and
same.
they're all gonna be the same, and they're all gonna be wrong.
Yeah.
All right, well,
That's
you're
scary.
welcome. Give me Denver.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Just to save the graphic.
Okay.
That's it. Okay.
But no, I want to hear
Real
your
thoughts.
actual genuine opinion. We're not first take. Like.
Okay, well, I think Buffalo is going to win. It'll be close, obviously, but
Yeah.
they're just a different animal. Josh Allen's going to take them to the Super Bowl. Like that, he's not a human. He's not like, and you get. All he said was he did. Well, he didn't say this. I'm sure all he thinks is, it's the one year without Patrick. I'm going to make this. I'm going to win the AFC. And I haven't seen anything otherwise from him. I mean, his knee literally snapped in half, and he can't feel any of his fingers, and he still threw for 300 yards against the Jags.
Yeah.
I can't pick against them, and I won't pick against them up until the Super Bowl.
See, like I'm predetermined to hate this narrative because I truly, look at this roster up and down. You look at the injuries.
It's not very good.
It's not very good. But I thought that Jags team was the best team in the AFC, and we went and railed about it last week, and they went and tore them right down. So I think this might be the time for Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills. That's for sure. Yeah. We can pivot then into another team, which I think seemingly thinks it's their time, given that they are currently the title favorites, and that is the Seattle Seahawks. They will be at home for their first playoff game as they fell number 1 seed. They will take on the San Francisco 49ers. What are we thinking here? NFC West clash.
The last game kind of didn't change my mind at all about the San Francisco 49ers, if I'm being honest. Like, they honestly benefited from our offense being as anemic as it was. Like, I think the main issue that I came away from that game with was there's no way that the Seahawks will let the Niners get away with multiple turnovers.
Yeah,
that's not something that happens at all. Especially with an elite defense like the Seahawks. And obviously there's all this injury stuff. Like, no George Kittle. I mean, Jake Tongas is kind of sick, but
Can I interrupt for a minute?
Yeah.
Tucker got 4 for 240.
It's a lot of money.
I think it's more. Is that more than what's his name?
That is $40 million.
It's 60.
60 per year.
Wait. 240 over 4?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
That's more than Soto.
Yeah. And yeah.
I'm sure there's deferrals, but
yeah. Well, it's the Dodgers. Come on.
Yeah. Huh.
Fuck the Mets though.
Yeah. They thought they had him. And now they're going to be starting. Who's he? Who else is that? Yeah.
Starling Marte.
He's not on the team, right? Is he?
He's there.
Okay. For some reason, I thought he was a free agent. Yeah, it says he's a free agent, but they might just bring him back at this point.
Well, then the answer is the DH.
Yeah.
Because they got.
They're gonna get Bader, right?
And Polanco. No. I think Bader's a what do you call it? They said Bader to the Dodgers the other day.
Okay, well, he's their center fielder. All right, that's great.
I mean, like, not officially, but probably.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. There's still a lot of holes in this lineup. I mean, they obviously have the best pitching staff in baseball, but there are a lot of holes in this lineup still. I forgot Tommy Edman and Teoscar were borderline unplayable.
Third base is still an issue, but
show us shortstop.
With Mookie Betts, the shortstop.
I'm at second base. The Edman.
Yeah.
Edman had a 90 OPS plus last year. Teoscar's crumbling on the verge of being a below average bat.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Anyways, I pretty much gave my spiel. It's give me Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm completely in agreement. I think this Seattle Seahawks team is probably the best team remaining, even if they don't have the most dominant unit, as we talked about the Houston Texans. I think they probably have the second most dominant unit in their own defense. And, the play calling of Mike McDonald has been incredible. And, I mean, you look back and you go and you rewatch that game. And what stands out to me is not just the play of their secondary, but the tackling. The 49ers aren't able to get really any of their players into space, and that includes Christian McCaffrey, simply because these Seattle linebackers and these Seattle corners are constantly on top of the ball, constantly in communication, even when disguising coverages against a guy like Brock Purdy. And so I believe that they are going to have control over this game. I mean, we're going to probably get our Sam Darnold turnover or two, but I don't think it's going to matter all that much just because the talent differential is too much. So give me Seattle.
All right.
Almost.
I'm indifferent. I don't know where to go here. I mean, obviously we watched 2 weeks ago Seattle hold San Francisco to 3 points, but with George Kittle, I feel like none of us have actually touched on that yet. Although I've been half paying attention to what everybody's saying. So, but I don't know. This like, obviously we talked about how good Seattle's been on both sides, but then again, I feel like I need to like it's one of those like I'll believe it when it happens things for like is Sam Darnold going to show up in a big game?
Mm-hmm.
Because like in reality he really didn't show up against
The
like,
Rams. He got murdered against the Rams.
he got well against the Rams and against the 49ers he wasn't great in week 18. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All it takes is
So you're talking about the playoffs, yeah.
Oh well, yes, the last year was terrible. I'm talking about 2 weeks ago. He wasn't great. All it takes is San Francisco's offense just get going a bit. If he does what he did
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, it's over. Like
Yeah.
Seattle's season since
Well,
the Super Bowl.
Well, I think it's the same thing I said with the Eagles. Like the Seahawks offense just has to be passable, has to be good.
But
And I think they got it.
what I'll point out is that they are running the ball significantly better than they were earlier.
Yeah.
I think that takes a lot of load off Sam Darnold. I think they were like 5th in EPA per play over the second half of the season versus there you go. 26 minutes
26
in,
minutes.
Michael Cornwallis. There you go.
Yeah, I think that's better than last time.
That is better than last time. They were like 20 in the 20s over the first half of the season. So they've really found it in that way. And part of that's the play of the interior offensive line. And part of that's just Kenneth Walker simply being better and them having balance in their backfield. So I expect that to play a huge part in this game, especially since, as we referenced earlier, this is the worst run defense in football.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And
but I don't know why. But I just have a feeling. I'm going San Francisco.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Bring chaos to the graphics.
I trust Brock Purdy.
Yeah. I do too. I think.
Also, I never actually.
It was a very uncharacteristic game compared to how he's been playing since he came back from injury.
Yeah.
Also, just I never officially put a pick in, but I do pick the Texans over the Patriots.
Okay. Yeah. No, I don't think Brock Purdy played a bad game on Sunday. I to emphasize that. I thought the Eagles secondary played really well, and I think Purdy just simply didn't have many opportunities to make plays. It's the same thing I said about Justin Herbert last week. It's like, did Brock Purdy necessarily have a great game? No, but the amount of opportunities Brock Purdy was able to have a great game were insanely limited. He just wasn't able to make as many of them as you could have potentially hoped. But I expect it to be similar on Sunday, but who knows? I mean, he could work a miracle. He's top 12 quarterback in this league. Yeah. So we can move to, I guess, our final one of the divisional round, and that is, I think, the one that people are looking forward to most. That is the Los Angeles Rams traveling to Chicago to take on the upstart Bears after their first playoff win in almost a decade. What are we thinking here, boys?
Go ahead.
I threw you guys a smoke screen. I said earlier the Bears were going to score 4 points. I completely disagree with that statement.
Well, yeah, I know you like the Bears. Like I didn't.
It's the same as what I said for the Sam Darnold, the Seahawks. I believe it when I see it, and I mean I just during that game I was like, oh, it happened. The Bears are bearing. What a shocker! A team I thought was a fraud all season ended up being frauds in the playoffs, and they kept creeping back, and they kept creeping back, and they kept and then they won. And Soldier Field was about as loud, to scale as Citizens Bank Park was during Bedlam at the Bank. You know what I mean? Like, this is one of the craziest stories in the league. They've been awesome. Caleb Williams is a wizard. I mean, they've been able to run the ball effectively. DeAndre Swift is having like a redeeming year of his career, and that's the way they've been able to incorporate all the receivers. I mean, you look at it. Oh wow, their leading receivers, Colson Loveland, 700 yards. That's like almost like solely second half of the season stats.
Mhm.
Luther Burden, 600 yards, solely second half. You know what I mean? DJ Moore is still DJ Moore. I'm never going to rule out DJ Moore. Is Rowe playing?
He played
Yeah.
last game.
Played last
Did he
week.
play the last game? He was just a non-factor. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to factor him in against the Rams secondary, which I feel like is a weakness. I
Yeah.
do have them in corner in the first round. You know,
Same.
they are going to enjoy Avion Terrell next year. But listen, I don't want to pick against the MVP. Stafford is one of my favorite players ever. I do think there are some holes on this Bears defense, but the story's just I hate picking games based on this, but the story's just too good, and this has just been it's just been one fun ride, and you know, Caleb, the Bears offense just looks unstoppable. Give me Chicago. Just to raise all hell in the NFC.
Okay. Yeah. This is really tricky because I feel like the Rams are, I wouldn't say comfortably, but I would say firmly. Sorry, comfortably, firmly. Who cares? But they're a better overall like roster.
Mhm.
But I feel like the Bears kind of like are one of those team of destiny sort of squads right now, and it's very hard to pick against them. But man, the defense for the Rams has been very good. That offense has been elite. Like in my heart, I am rooting for the Bears because I think it's just a great story for first year coach, your sophomore quarterback who was written off because well Jane Daniels won Rookie of the Year, so he's the guy in that class. But hey, I think Caleb Williams is a wizard. I think that again Michael is right. The secondary, even though we had a few weeks like guys, is Emmanuel Forbes good at football? And now it's like kind of no. I mean, it'll probably come down to the Bears O line versus the Rams D line. I mean, that's it's going to be a battle. But yeah, a lot of these games are super close, and I'll go with my heart for a rare occasion, and I'll take the Bears.
Wow.
Yeah.
Y'all are gonna single me out here.
That hey, you don't want it to be. You don't.
No,
It's better for parity.
Yep, it is. Yeah, I would love to pick Chicago here. I think there are, as you guys have kind of highlighted, a lot of matchup advantages here. You know, we talked about the Rams corners on third down all of last week, and that is yet again another advantage, especially if Rome is able to have a bigger impact on this game. I think him matched up with smaller Akilah Witherspoon is a big advantage, and you know DJ Moore as well. And then you know I think simply Caleb's improvisation abilities match up well against this Rams defense, which struggled against a guy in Bryce Young who was able to make plays, extend plays outside of the pocket in the way that he was a week ago. And that's the type of quarterback that the Rams have had their struggles against, especially when the offensive line is able to hold up. Where I'm very hesitant, I think, is because I think this Rams team is going to be able to control this game through the run game in a way that I feel like they kind of got away from in that Carolina game, kind of unsmartly. But I think I expect a greater focus on it in this one because it's how they're going to win this game. The Chicago Bears are not a good run defense, and they are especially not a good run defense against teams that run as diverse of an amount of concepts as this Los Angeles Rams team does, especially when you talk about them getting under center, running duo, running power, running all kinds of different things. I think they are going to have a lot of success on the ground, have a lot of success in play action, and kind of refuse to settle in a way that this Packers team simply did not. This Packers team found a lot of success in that first half and kind of got away from themselves, right? They kind of got into a more traditional kind of, you know, run on first down, run on second down. We're going to throw into that third and long. I expect this Rams team to keep their foot on the pedal and rely on that run game in that way. And that I think will help them take the Chicago Bears out of the real way, which I think they're going to be able to win this game, which is by winning the turnover battle, because this Rams team has been very turnover prone over the last couple weeks. The Chicago Bears team, we know how good they are at taking away the football. So I think they are going to have the advantage, keep the ball on the ground, and just rely on your trenches, which I believe you have the overall strength in on both sides of the ball. So give me Los Angeles here. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be a tight one, but I think they control time of possession. They control the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have our picks for the 4 games and a Kyle Tucker Dodgers breaking news.
Yeah.
Hey,
guys, it's okay. We have opt-outs in year 2 and 3.
Yeah.
That's what's
He's not opting out. Well, we have a lockout after year 1.
Oh, yeah, he'd only opt out if he wants us to take a longer term deal.
Yeah.
With a little more money.
Yeah. That's fair.
Which, oh no, I want 65 instead of 60. I think that's going to be the situation.
There's also not going to be baseball.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, when Manfred's like, actually, I do think we should maybe have a floor. I'm like, okay, so we're not having a floor. We're not having a floor.
There absolutely should be a floor.
There should, there just won't be.
That's the only serious solution.
Yeah.
Well, who are we firing?
We did it last time. I said sign Bo Bichette, and here we are a week later, and nothing.
Fire Dombrowski into the sun. I never want to see his face again.
And then when we come back for the championship game and he's on the team, I was like, oh
yeah. I don't trust him.
I don't either. So
okay, we're learn Johan
sure. If we're sticking to the fire mantra, yeah, that's who it goes to.
Yeah. Sounds
fire good. Dave, but sign Bichette. Go get Bo.
Yeah.